What we wanted to discuss today is scaling your business. Mostly I'm talking about businesses in the agency side of the world. Now that can be coaching, consulting, marketing services, done for you services, branding, PR, anything like that. And we're going to talk about the first stage of scaling, which is the 0 to 1 million. The people that I talk to that are being most successful are the ones that get this first step. Now, I have to say that there are no absolute rules when it comes to this. I'm going to give you the best practices for scaling your business from 0 to $1 million as I know them to be true in businesses that I have brought through that point. That doesn't mean that there aren't people out there that can do $5 million a year in revenue from a service-based mastermind, coaching, consulting, marketing firm business without doing this. But for the other 98% of us, this is usually the easiest way to do it. In order to go from 0 to $1 million, the first step in scaling is dialing in your offer, typically from a paid traffic perspective. So if I sit down with an organization and they're in that $500,000, $600,000 and below space, and I ask them, where do you get your leads from? It's typically networking, events, trade shows. They say social media, but can never really provide statistics on how many people come into their funnel from social media campaigns. And they're struggling. They've been stuck there 1, 2, 3 years. And really what that means is that people have bought you, they haven't bought your product. And that's good for a hobby, but it's not good for a business. So how do you switch that up? Well, in order to scale your business, you have to be able to get people to raise their hand and say, I want what you're selling without actually knowing them. And the best way to do that is paid traffic. What does that force you to do? It forces you to figure out what type of ad copy you need to put out there to get someone's attention. What type of landing page copy do you need to get someone to voluntarily give you their information and say, I want to talk to you? Then the process for engaging them in the sales process, and then the overall value proposition that can be delivered remotely in order to get them to close. Those are some pretty complex pieces. But putting those together means now that you have a faucet that you can turn off and on whenever you're ready in order to grow your business. Now this can be done through Facebook marketing, LinkedIn marketing, Google AdWords, affiliate programs. There's a lot of different things, but you've got to be able to take cold traffic and convert them into a paying customer. Now I'm not talking about instantaneously because I'm not talking about info products. I have no experience in info products. I'm really talking about that service side of the world where you're selling a monthly retainer fee or an annual subscription fee that's $5,000 to $25,000 to $50,000. If you're looking at why you've been stuck in that pre-$1 million range, I guarantee it's because you have not dialed in at least one traffic channel that converts on a regular basis that you could scale. Because if you did, you'd already be making $1 million a year because you would have turned that faucet on and you'd be ready to make your money. I'm glad to talk to you a little bit more about this. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below this video. And I do understand that there are exceptions to the rule. I can think of 2 or 3 people that come top of mind with this right away that have been doing this for 10 years. They've got a wonderful brand. They've got a wonderful positioning statement and that they don't need traffic. They are the exception to the rule. We aspire to be like them and hopefully someday we can transform our business. But until then, if you want to hit that $1 million mark, dial in a channel and scale it. Then dial in the next one, the next one, and the next one, so that if one of them ever goes away, your business doesn't. This is Roger from Infusion, and thank you for listening.